Beyonce, who do you want to work with in the studio that you haven't worked with yet?
We actually want to work with Michael Jackson or Stevie Wonder or one of the wonderful legends.
Come up off of that.
It's not
You know
a
what I'm
gold
saying?
digging song.
Keep going there.
Okay,
Explain
the
it to
song
people
is
in here.
about a girl and a guy. They're in a relationship. At first, it starts off really good, but then the guy starts taking advantage of the girl,
Messing up.
maxing out her credit cards, buying her gifts with her own money,
That's
just
not
being
right.
trifling.
That's
So
right.
basically, the girl is asking the guy to pay back the bills that he ran up.
That's right.
We do not think the guys need to pay girls' bills. We are not gold diggers. We are not male bashing. We are only having this one guy telling him to be
His damn
responsible
bill.
for the bills that he ran up.
Da will er sich dann auch mal bei uns splitten lassen. Und da Jay-Z und Beyoncé mal bei uns splitten lassen. Und da Jay-Z und Beyoncé.
But baby, I have to do my show.
I can't help it, Your Honor.
Oh my God, did you just call me Your Honor?
Yeah.
Babe.
Baby.
Babe, you're so epic.
Oh, you're so punk.
Oh, you are. Oh,
I remember being 17 years old, up for my first MTV award with Destiny's Child, and it was one of the most exciting moments in my life. So I'd like for Taylor to come out and have her moment. Where are you?
How you doing? For real. It's been rough. There's so many people try to make people feel a certain way inside of their own camp. Like everything bad start happening.
Can I just be completely honest with you? It's you. It's your choices. Like, you put yourself in positions where the worst comes out.
I talked to Mom.
What did she say?
She was just like concerned about my environment. She was talking about how she liked Tiara, and it's like, it was just weird because it's like, I ain't even with her. You know, Mom's is just worried about who I got around me.
I don't like your environment either. I don't think it's healthy.
See, my mom and Brandy can talk about my environment all they want. I know they talking about Princess, and I know they some Tiara lovers. And guess what? I'm man enough to admit that I love Tiara too. But we got to a place where we just couldn't get it right. And before things got too heated, it had to end.
So, what's really happening here? Yesterday, something unusual popped up online. Comments on a Beyonce fan page that supposedly came from Brandy's account. The kind of comments that make fans pause, tilt their heads, and think, wait, did she really just say that? Because if you know Brandy, this isn't the kind of thing you expect from her. She's typically poised, careful, and private. So when words like these surface, it naturally raises eyebrows. One comment read, "I dare you to come down here again and take a picture with me. It will go viral." Another said, "That's my outfit you down here in?" Bold, confrontational, and in your face. Completely unlike Brandy's usual style. Within hours, Brandy's team stepped in to clarify. They posted that her account had been compromised and that full access had been restored. Fans were reassured that she was fine and looking forward to her upcoming tour dates. But here's the kicker, whenever a celebrity claims their account was hacked, it's almost always met with suspicion. Fans have seen it before. "My account got hacked" can sometimes be the easiest way to cover up a comment or post that was embarrassing, unplanned, or controversial. And in this case, it feels a little too convenient, doesn't it? Let's not forget who we're talking about here. Brandy is famously classy, the kind of star who avoids messy online confrontations. She's sophisticated, measured, and doesn't thrive on drama. Even if there were tension between her and Beyonce, she wouldn't publicly air grievances in such a sloppy, dramatic way. So, if it wasn't Brandy, then who could it have been? Enter Ray J. Ray J, Brandy's younger brother, is known for being outspoken, emotional, and sometimes impulsive online. Just before these mysterious comments appeared, Ray J posted a heartfelt, intense message about Beyonce and Jay-Z. In it, he expressed frustration that the legendary couple had attended multiple Brandy and Monica tour shows without acknowledging Brandy directly. According to him, they had taken pictures with other performers, with Monica and others, but not Brandy. In his own words, he pleaded, "Yo, every time you come to the show, you never say hi to Brandy. We want to take some pictures with you too. We want to be inspired by you. Come say what's up." There was admiration in his tone, but also raw frustration. It was the kind of statement that makes people lean in. He wasn't just asking, he was almost begging for recognition for his sister. And that intensity, that emotional energy may have set the stage for what came next. Right after Ray J's online outburst, the controversial comments under Brandy's account appeared. Fans immediately connected the dots. The timing seemed too perfect to be random. Naturally, speculation ran wild. Maybe this wasn't Brandy. Maybe it was Ray J himself, or someone posting on his behalf. Some fans even suggested that it could have been a deliberate stunt, carefully orchestrated to stir conversation, redirect attention, or force a reaction. And that's when Beyoncé's silence became a major talking point. Notice something about her approach. When faced with potential drama, she doesn't respond publicly. No statements, no clapbacks, no dramatics. She simply creates distance. In this case, she did exactly that. Nothing. And that's important, because in the world of celebrity feuds, silence can speak volumes. It's not necessarily avoidance, it's strategy. It's a way to not legitimize a conflict that may or may not exist. But why would Beyoncé feel the need to distance herself from Brandy at all? To understand that, you have to look at the history fans keep referencing. Years ago, rumors circulated about tension between Brandy and Kelly Rowland, and by extension, whispers of friction with Beyoncé. These rumors were never fully confirmed, but in celebrity circles, the absence of a public feud doesn't necessarily mean everything is smooth behind the scenes. Fans notice patterns, connections, and unspoken history, which is why every new event is scrutinized so heavily. Then there's the question of Ray J's role in all of this. He has a reputation for taking attention and turning it into a narrative that doesn't always benefit anyone but himself. Some fans argue that while the internet debates Brandy's comments and Beyoncé's silence, they're missing what Ray J is allegedly dealing with behind the scenes. Issues far more serious than Instagram drama. In that sense, the timing of these comments could have been a distraction, intentional or not, to redirect focus away from him and toward a more palatable celebrity story. Meanwhile, if you actually watch the tour footage, a different picture emerges. Beyoncé and Jay-Z weren't ignoring Brandy out of malice. They were positioned in open corridors, and anyone who wanted a photo or a hello would have to make the effort to approach them. Monica did just that. Brandy? She didn't. That detail, choice, and timing completely reframes the story. It wasn't rejection, it was circumstance. And yet, when you're watching fans, commentators, and social media unfold, this subtlety is often lost in the chaos of speculation. The tension, the timing, the social media activity, it all collides to create what feels like an explosive story, even if the reality is much simpler. Fans love the drama because there are so many unanswered questions. Was Brandy actually involved in posting those comments? Was it Ray J acting impulsively? Is Beyoncé deliberately staying out of the spotlight to avoid fueling a feud? Every unanswered question adds fuel to the fire. And then, the deeper, more human element kicks in. Celebrity drama isn't just about what's said, it's about what isn't said. It's about the moments we imagine. The silent glances, the unspoken histories, the tension in hallways, and the perfectly timed online posts that make us speculate endlessly. These gaps are where fans fill in the story themselves, often creating narratives that feel just as real as any official statement. Even more fascinating is the fan psychology at play here. People notice patterns, connect the dots, and create their own theories. Some think Brandy is being slighted by Beyoncé. Others think Ray J is deliberately stirring the pot for attention. Some even argue that this entire situation could have been engineered to dominate social media conversations, keeping focus away from other controversies entirely. And when you add the long history of speculation between these artists, the story becomes almost irresistible. And yet, if you really step back and look at the bigger picture, the reality might actually be far simpler than it seems. Brandy is elegant, poised, thoughtful, someone who carefully manages her public image and rarely lets emotion dictate her online presence. Beyoncé, on the other hand, is strategic, calculated, deliberate, and fully aware of how silence and subtle gestures can speak louder than any public statement. And Ray J, well, Ray J is unpredictable, emotional, and sometimes impulsive in ways that naturally draw attention. When you combine these three very different personalities, It's easy to see how a single social media post, a hallway interaction, or even the timing of a photograph can spiral into a full-blown narrative online. Sometimes, what looks like drama is nothing more than timing, circumstance, and human emotion colliding with public perception. A glance in a corridor, a moment when someone doesn't say hello, or a post that's misinterpreted. Any of these small actions can be amplified on social media into something that feels like a feud. And while fans debate endlessly, the truth remains elusive, wrapped in layers of unspoken history, online speculation, and the careful curation of public personas. For every rumor, there's context missing. For every post, there's intention we can't see. And that's exactly what keeps people talking. So, who's really behind the comments? Was it Brandy, taking a rare moment to assert herself online? Was it Ray J acting out of frustration and love for his sister, or was it someone else entirely? A third party seeking to stir drama or manipulate attention? And what does Beyonce's quiet approach really mean in all of this? Is it evidence of tension, a deliberate strategy to maintain distance, or simply a reflection of her habit to avoid unnecessary conflict? The ambiguity is what fuels the fascination. People love to fill in the blanks with their own interpretations, and in the absence of official confirmation, those interpretations often feel just as convincing as reality. That's the thing about celebrity drama. Sometimes the story isn't just in what's said, it's in what isn't said. It's in the silence, the pauses, and the moments that happen off camera. It's in the fleeting glances, the private interactions, and the subtle cues that only those paying close attention notice. Every comment online, every fan reaction, and every whispered rumor becomes a piece of the puzzle, and the narrative fans construct can feel like the full story, even when much of it is speculation. The silence becomes a canvas, and every carefully curated post, every comment, and every gesture is another brushstroke in a story that may never be fully revealed. At the end of the day, Brandy remains poised and measured, Beyonce remains strategic and unflappable, and Ray J continues to be unpredictable, emotional, and capable of stirring attention whether intended or not. Until someone steps forward to clarify the details, this saga will continue to live online, in fan theories, tweets, comment threads, and discussion forums. The questions remain: what was intentional, what was circumstantial, and what was purely misinterpreted? And it's precisely this ambiguity that keeps the drama magnetic, messy, and endlessly fascinating. Because here's the truth: the story isn't clean, it isn't neat, and it likely never will be. But that's exactly why we can't stop talking about it. The timing, the history, the personalities, and the unspoken tension all combine to create a drama that's irresistible, captivating, and complicated. Fans will keep speculating, analyzing, and debating, and the saga will continue to evolve. One post, one comment, and one mysterious glance at a time. In the world of celebrity intrigue, the uncertainty is just as compelling as the facts. And in this case, the story is still very much unfolding.